woman talking about narcissists, right, in her family. Well, she was talking about overall narcissism. I thought about the people that we miss, that we like give them excuses for their behavior. It's mostly family members, you know, especially parents. Your mom, she raised you and she always been the way she is. You can miss that. They go right over your head. You know, your baby cousins, because they were born after you and you always saw them as young and just always want money and always want this and always want somebody to baby him or her. Your siblings, you can miss that. See, people outside of our houses, you know, with everything that's in social media, you can just pinpoint them because, you know, narcissist friends and you know how friends act, like they're your friends, but they do funny things and you notice that. But it's so easy to miss our family members when they're abusing us or taking advantage of us. And then it's so hard to get away from them. You know, because the thought of getting away from your family, like not being bothered with them. I'm not bothered with any of my family for various reasons. But I'm going to talk about my mom today. Okay? And I've always, for a few years now, since I learned about the disorder, I have not come to the conclusion whether she is a full-blown narcissist. I think that's what I'm thinking, that she is. But I know she's a covert narcissist. Or if she just have narcissistic tendencies. But none of her tendencies are not narcissistic. Now, she may not be the overt, right, narcissist. She doesn't cuss you out, but she will say things. Like my family, whenever we say hurtful things, we mean to say it. Like, for example, I'm not going to be you effing this and that and the other. We don't do that. We are going to say, read between the lines. And so the situation now is that my mom's nephew, yes, my cousin, my mom's nephew, he's 30, early 30s, but he's really, really, really short, so he looks harmless. But, you know, there's not just one member of your family that might be very narcissistic. Like, he is the sadistic one. He is the overt, like he is the one that once you are around him for a little while, you know that there's something wrong there, right? My mom, you would not know. So she invited him to come stay at her house with his woman and a newborn. Maybe it was a couple months or something like that. I didn't know. I'm the one that lives, like my other siblings live in other states, so I'm the one that lives near her. I don't know he's living with her for a couple months, and then one day she just told me, because I guess she couldn't hide it for too long. He's driving her car, he's staying there, she's helping him come up. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. That's family. We still don't know how he is. We don't know of his behavior. Then she started telling me about what he's doing, and it's older abuse. She was 75, she's 76 now, and my stepfather is 82 years old. So my stepfather is kind of like early onset dementia. He's losing it, so he doesn't make any decisions anymore. So after, long story short, after I hear what's going on, he's destroying the car, he's doing this, he's like taking long trips with the car, and blah, blah, blah. So I go get car, I called the cops to get him out of there, number one. We're in 2 different counties, but I called the cops near her, and they came over and they got him out of there. So she says, I don't want the car parked here because she feels like he can do something to it. And he did. He put a scratch on it, but we didn't see him. So I go get the car. I park it in my parking lot, and I'm keeping it there for a few months. During that time, I'm trying to sell the car because my stepfather, he surrendered his driver's license. So I'm trying to do whatever possible to get rid of this car, but they're not offering.
There are police reported ahead.
They're not offering enough to pay off the car and get it out of our life. So a few months pass and I don't even pay attention to it because I'm like, she's gonna, so I just put a for sale sign on it and hoping that somebody buys it. I know nothing about selling a car. I'm just hoping for the best, right? So now she watches this woman's kids, and the kids think of her as grandma. Now, that car is a $20,000 car. It's a Toyota RAV4. It's very nice. I've driven it, but my car is a 2021. I am, my payments are lower, and overall, it's better for me to keep my own car. I have a Buick Encore. So I think it's a nicer car. I love driving it. But like I said, financially, my car is better. So I decided to keep my car and not even drive her car, trying to keep it so that it'll be low mileage. It's like 23,000 miles on the car right now. The buyout is, I think it's like 19,000. So that's what's going on, right? So she calls me and she tells me that girl who she babysits her kids, she goes, her boyfriend's car broke down, so I'm going to lend him my car and I'm just going to let them make the monthly payments. Now I know my mother, she cannot, listen, they're on a fixed income. Most of the money comes from my stepfather's, pension and Social Security. And so, whatever. I said, Ma, I don't think it's a good idea for you to lend them the car because if anything happens in between that, are they going to buy the car, blah, blah, blah. So my mom is going back and forth with me about she wants to give the car. Remember, she didn't want to give it to her nephew because he was bad. But these people are good, so she wants to give her car to them and telling me a bunch of lies. And I already know her. They're not going to pay for that car. She's going to pay for the car, or at least for half of it. So the car is also under my insurance. So I'm like, nobody's driving that car out of this lot under my name. And this woman proceeds to low-key curse me out. Basically, this woman, my mom moved close to her to be able to watch the kids. That's another thing. She up and moved close to this woman. This woman moved to a different county. My mom moved closer to her to be able to watch the kids. 10 minutes away from this woman. She lives 30 minutes away from me. So this woman takes her sometimes to get her groceries sometimes because my mom is always doing Instacart. So I know that my mother spends a lot of money on Instacart, so I know this woman is not always taking her shopping. So she tries to tell me, oh, she's the one that's been doing for me for 13 years. I said, wait. So I go over there every 2 weeks to cut my stepfather's hair. I do things for them. I saw my mother sick. I took care of her because I know how to do that naturally. I've done so much for her. Oh, I keep her up on her, I call her up. Whenever she feels sick, I go over there. I'm feeling this. I said, so what this girl has done for you, like what I've done, carries no weight with what this girl has been doing for you. All my mother's doing is trying to, one, put me against that girl because she likes to put people against each other. She's trying to make it seem like we are jealous of the girl. So she starts with the underhanded insults with me on the phone. Now, I'm the type of person that whenever you insult me, you came to the right place. That calms me down. I don't get loud. I get calm. So I let her say whatever it is that she had to say to me. I was like, okay. And then one thing I asked her, you're willing to give up the rest of your family that do mess with you because this girl's been helping you for 13 years. That's what you're telling me. She was like, well, but she has been. But she didn't say, no, I'm not. I wasn't expecting her to say, to choose us over her. I'm just saying I took that car to help you. And now I'm in this mess because I tried to help you. So it's a back and forth, and she's, oh, you better give me the key. And she, like I said, my mom is 76, and I told you, we don't argue like you effing this and that. We don't argue like that. It's all really covert, right? So, okay. So now, I think about a lot of things when I go over to my mom. She's always looking at my hair. And always got something to do with how I look, and I get like, yo, your hair's like that, but the way she stares, and she's done it for years. I remember years ago, my older sister, she used to try to convince me that my sister is just trying to do her hair like her mother. And I thought to myself, when I was growing up, I thought to myself, like, who doesn't want to be like my sister? Really loved my mother, and now they're not friends because my mother has done so much, caused so much trauma on that girl. My sister is so traumatized, it's not even funny. My younger brother, one of my brother passed away, the oldest one. Well, he didn't pass away, somebody killed him. He was a good guy. I don't think he was like a street guy. He died in a gang war. Died in the streets of Brooklyn. That's where he died, 2 months after leaving the military. Anyway, so that's what's going on. And I'm thinking to myself, like, my mother has always done that. She's always, like, when we were children, she has abandoned us for her boyfriends. And the best man she ever had was my stepfather, which is why I paid, my giving back to him is giving him a haircut. And so much that at this point, like, I cannot deal with her anymore. I thought maybe she's older, aging people. Like, if we helping my grandma, I'm not cold-hearted. So if I'm around and I'm helping my stepfather, and she happened to be there, and I see her sick or something, I'm gonna take care of her. That's just in my heart. But because you are so kind and so gentle and so caring, this is why these narcissistic family members are able to take advantage of you. Because of that. And what happens, every insult and everything, like me, I don't care. I heal from a lot of things. So whatever my mom is throwing insults, I just listen to her. And I'm not saying it tickles me, but I'm like, it doesn't do the damage that it used to do back in the day. So I know that right now, and she needs me more than I ever needed her. Right? And yes, my mom has helped me with things like money and stuff like that, but I told her before, I love my daughter, and I give my daughter more than money. So it's just, money is not enough. Like, you have to show care. And when it's time to choose a side, trust me, she will throw you under the bus. Like something that she started back in the days with family. She started it. I wasn't even involved. I was 21, 22 years old. And she's like, oh, my daughter did it. And I didn't even know that these things were going on. I had no clue. This happened like in 1990 something, and I didn't find out that she put me in it, like threw me under the bus until 2014. And this happened in 1990 something. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys be careful for your family members, because if your money is low, things just don't go right. Like this lady in the video I was listening to, she said, these narcissists, they already got you pegged from day one. They were sent on a mission to destroy you, and not destroy you like blow you up with a bomb from the inside out, right? So that you don't live up to your full potential. All right, so I've reached my destination, so I'm gonna end this live here. I hope somebody was watching and listening, and